The Hokies had a huge win over Georgia Tech on Thursday, vaulted them back onto the national stage. How do you think they can fare in the ACC Coastal and the ACC as a whole, and how big is this upcoming UNC game?
All right, stick with me for just a moment. I don't think that necessarily this is a huge game against UNC, and my reasoning for it is that as long as you have only one loss going into the Miami game, which I think is the game that matters the most, you're okay. Because if you get a win against them and you're a one-loss team in the conference, then you're fine, and you'll end up going to the ACC championship game. But in terms of the psyche of this team, in terms of the team in UNC that really beat down. I mean, they really did. They crushed Virginia Tech last year.
Yeah, that was a 14-point game. It might as well have been a 140-point game.
They ran all over them. They threw all over them, and Virginia Tech got into a shootout, which I don't see happening this weekend here in Blacksburg. But for me, I think that in terms of the psyche of the team, if they win this game, and then you're not only talking about people in Blacksburg rumbling ACC championship, then you're looking outside in the national scope, and people are saying, you know what, this is a good team. In terms of the defense is fantastic, and the offense can be serviceable. So, yes, UNC is important, maybe not the be-all, end-all, but I think for inside the program, it's a very important game to guys like Logan Thomas, and especially guys on the defense like Derek Hawkins, Jack Tyler, who feel like they just got run over last year.
Yeah, I agree. You hear a lot of the team talking about it, even in pregame interviews. They have not forgotten that 48-34. I think they can still see Gio Bernard running up and down the field past them. But you mentioned it's a very different UNC Tar Heels team. I think a lot of people were expecting them to be sort of the offensive juggernaut that they once were, but now they're getting into shootouts with ECU and losing 55-31. So I think that, if any team were going to be the one to give this offense a little confidence boost, it would probably be UNC at home, especially when the defense is flying around the way they are. Getting a Mr. Antone Exum back this weekend, just got cleared for practice. Coaches say that he will start if he's 100% and feeling good, which is incredible. That means that they're going to be sitting Brandon Faison, the nation's leader in interceptions right now. That's the world that they live in the secondary. They're even saying that they're going to give Brandon Faison reps at wide receiver, as incredible as that is to believe.
I believe it was Logan that said that he has the best ball skills on the team.
It sure seems like it. He sure seems like he can catch better than most of the receivers.
I mean, the catch that he made against Georgia Tech was
Pretty
much
incredible.
better. It's probably the best catch I've ever seen.
Yeah, so I mean, why not? But that tells you something about where the defense is right now, depth-wise.
And
I
where
think,
the offense is depth-wise. How about that?
Yes, that's two sides of a very different coin. But yeah, I absolutely think that this is a big game for the Hokies more so than it is for the Tar Heels. I would be very surprised if UNC won this game, especially if, considering that's in Lane Stadium at home. So, yeah, right. I personally think that, this will be the Hokies game to really, make a statement. It sort of happened last week when they were on national TV.
Certainly.
It'll really happen this week, even if it's only on the ACC network.